Energy transfer in the national grid. The national grid is a system like a giant electrical circuit. In South Africa, Eskom is the national electricity supplier. Eskom is responsible for the generating and distribution of electricity. This process can be represented as follows. Energy source like coal, oil, wind, nuclear fuel, water. Transferred energy makes turbines turn, transferring energy to dynamos. Electricity is generated. Electrical energy is transferred at high voltage in the power cables of the national grid. Electricity in high-voltage cables is lowered for use in houses and businesses. Dynamos can also be used for some bicycle lights, lights of miners' hats, wind-up torches, and radios. Quick facts. A dynamo is a small electricity generator. It changes mechanical movement, kinetic energy, into electricity. Paste Activity 10 and answer the questions on your own. Saving of electricity. It is very important that electricity usage in South Africa is monitored. Eskom, our provider of electricity, is already under great pressure to provide enough electricity to all South Africans. It is the responsibility of each person to use electricity wisely. Electricity can be saved in many different ways. Some tips on how to save electricity. Make use of alternative sources of electricity, example, solar panels. Switch off the geyser during the day. Switch off all appliances at the wall sockets. Boil only enough water for the amount of tea or coffee you want to make. Close the doors and windows when a heater is switched on. Lower the temperature of the hot water system to prevent the need for cold water being added when washing, taking a bath, or showering. Switch off the lights when leaving the room. Interesting facts. In 2018, Eskom enforced load shedding when enough electricity could not be provided for the amount needed. This could happen again very soon if we do not all save enough electricity. Question 1. Electricity can be generated from many different energy sources. Some of the most common sources are coal, oil, wind, nuclear fuel, flowing water, and sunlight. These energy sources are used to produce the electricity that is supplied to homes, schools, businesses, and factories. Question 2. Electricity is generated when a generator, dynamo, is turned by a turbine. The electricity is then transferred through the high-voltage power cables of the national electricity grid. Before it reaches consumers, the voltage is lowered so that it can be used safely in houses and businesses. Question 3. Saving electricity helps to reduce the demand on the national electricity grid and ensures that enough electricity is available for everyone. Using less electricity also saves money, protects natural resources, and reduces pollution caused by generating electricity. Every person has a responsibility to use electricity wisely to help prevent shortages and load shedding. Question 4. There are many simple ways to save electricity every day. We should boil only the amount of water we need in a kettle, use energy-efficient appliances and LED light bulbs, switch off lights and electrical appliances when they are not being used, and unplug appliances at the wall socket. Cooking with a lid on a pot helps food cook faster and uses less energy. We can also use alternative energy sources, such as solar panels, and keep doors and windows closed when a heater is switched on to prevent heat from escaping. Question 5. In a power station, the chemical energy stored in coal is converted into heat energy when the coal is burned to heat water. The heated water produces steam, which has kinetic energy that turns the turbines. The spinning turbines drive a generator, where the kinetic energy is converted into electrical energy. The electricity is then transported through the national electricity grid to homes and businesses. Question 6. There are many careers in the electricity industry. An electrician installs and repairs electrical systems in homes and buildings. An electrical engineer designs electrical equipment and power systems. A power station operator helps generate electricity at power stations. A power line technician installs and maintains the high-voltage power lines that carry electricity across the country. This is the end of Unit 6. Write down the summary words in your books.